you and I were having a conversation preseason. I was on the road. I can't remember where I was exactly, but we talked, and I was asking you about your team. And the pointing question at that point from me to you was, how good is your point guard situation? I know you got Jabari. I know you got Walker. Like your front line, nobody's worried about that. But your point guard situation, I was concerned about because you had a dude coming in from Eastern Kentucky. You had a dude coming in from College of Charleston that you probably had never seen in person when you got them there. And they were going to have to fight for the starting spot. Well, you told me, I don't want to, I'm going to let you tell me what you told me then.
You can throw me under the bus. It's okay.
You told me at that point that you would be surprised if you finished in the top, I think, 5 in the SEC, because you weren't sure at that point how good your point guard situation was, and you needed to see him more, but you weren't overly optimistic at that point.
All right, here's why I'm not gonna correct you, okay. But I'm gonna tell you, look, you call me every year, and every year we talk about the league. All right, we've been friends for a long time, and I'll tell you, I would say that if you're going to pick Auburn in the preseason, you got to pick us 5th, maybe 6th, something like that, and because you got to go Alabama, you got to go Arkansas early, you got to go Kentucky, you got to go Tennessee. All right, Auburn then 5th. I mean, it's not like look. And by the way, we're still in the top 5 right now. We're going to finish in the top 5 of our league. And
hey, you're in the top 5 nationally. Wait, you're in the top 5, all right? You're in the top 5 nationally right now.
We played 4 SEC games so far. There's a long, long, long way to go. My team finished 5th the year we went to the Final Four, and so you got to play this thing out. A lot of issues: health, COVID, injuries, chemistry. Anyways, no, but you're right, Jeff. I told you, I wouldn't have picked us any higher than 5th. That didn't say I would be surprised. I said I'd pick us 5th, and because we've lost Jared Harper, who was a 3-year starter, Javon McCormick and Samir Dowdy, who came in the year after, Sharif Cooper, who was a one and done that I thought was probably going to stay 2, and all of a sudden I'm point guard. Justin Powell leaves for Tennessee. I'm point guardless in the summer, but I had 2 tough kids that were really good mid-major players, and we needed to see whether or not they could handle a moment, and so far, so good.
All right, so go ahead, going off that, Wendell Green is so much fun to watch. I mean, you're gray already, though, and he can make you gray and bald some days, because that dude, he is fearless. He doesn't care. Like, he knows, or he thinks he's the best player on the court every time he goes out there, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And then you add Katie Johnson to that as well, and they're both on the floor together. And, and then you wonder why I can't get Jabari any shots. It's like, but that's part of the balance. You call a game for me and say, my God, it's get that ball the other side of the floor, get Jabari a touch, and Wendell's launching him and Katie's launching him. But, we're still 15-1, and you got to empower them. They know one more for them is one less for somebody else, and so obviously it's got to be shared. Here's what I'd say about the point guard: you got Wendell and you got Zep, same position, 2 completely different players, and this is what I think coaches need to do. You need to let kids be who they are within the framework of what you do. I got to let Wendell Green do what he do. And then you got to get something out of him. Zep Jasper plays the exact same position. They couldn't be more opposite, and we'll take what he can do. A great defender and a really solid non-turnover playmaker.